Those of us who might not know you yet, could you please give us a quick snapshot of who you are and what exactly do you do?
So my name's Jason Hunt. I am a CMO and co-founder at an agency called Merged Media, based out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada. We specialize in search engine optimization, paid advertising, creative direction, Google advertising, and now AI integration.
So you are the co-founder of Merged Media. How did the idea of starting an agency come about? And what is the story behind merging your company with an SEO company?
Yeah, so back in 2016, when I started my social media agency, we were, just focused on social media. That was all we did. That's the only thing we did. And we were really good at it. And it was very different. The market was very different in 2016 because there wasn't as many social media agencies as there are today. And the marketing landscape has changed quite a bit because it is quite saturated, right? So I needed to become more versatile. So I merged my social media agency with a locally leading SEO company to form Merged Media. So now we offer not just the creative side of digital marketing, but also the technical side of digital marketing as well. And we acquired another social media agency back in 2022, acquired a web design company and Google Ads agency as well. So we have all of those services are all done in-house. We do not outsource that work.
So none of your work you outsource, you do complete in-house works.
Yeah, in-house. So, for example, so when it comes to strategy and execution, actually, let's just say strategy and account management, managing our clients, that's all done in-house in our office.
For SEO as well, or for the
SEO
execution?
as well, yeah. So my business partner Todd Foster is he's a pretty well-known SEO. He ran a community of an SEO community with 3,000 SEO people years ago. So his strategies, all the strategies for SEO, all come from Todd. And that's where the he's kind of the he's the guy behind the campaigns that are being run for our clients.
Got it, got it, got it, got it, got it. So you have had a quite living journey in Japan, playing a rock band, working in agencies. How did these experiences shape you in forming Merge Media?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest takeaways from having a band was the simple fact that we used to play a lot of music, but it wasn't a but people would come and watch our band play, and people would go, and at the time it was like you used to use platforms like SoundClick and stuff like that to listen to the music. So we would do really well, but I learned through that experience it was really about marketing that I was really good at, more so than the music. So for me, that was sort of an epiphany back then to be like, yeah, I should focus on this marketing thing because there's a lot more money in marketing than music, at least for me.
Money made you shift passions.
Well, money made me shift passions in a way, but also I realized I was better at making small business owners rock stars in their own industry than myself being a rock star.
So you work primarily with small businesses?
Mainly small to medium-sized businesses we specialize in and have for the last 10 years.
So can you give us examples of what kind of businesses you exactly work with?
Yeah, definitely. So one of the ones that we've really leaning into this year is local businesses that are looking to be found in the top three in the map pack. So local SEO programs have been very big for us this year, and we anticipate it being big next year as well. So we are fully leaning into it. And the good thing about our agency is that we're not just an SEO agency. So when we're really good at SEO. So when we're doing SEO, we can actually help stay top of mind with those people hitting a website because we're running meta ads in the back end. We're retargeting those people spending time on a website, or maybe it's leveraging a PMAX campaign on Google to ensure that we're constantly getting in front of that ideal customer for our clients as much as possible.
So basically it is like 360-degree marketing, they're getting everything.
100%. And it should be that way, right? Every business out there should be leveraging omni-channel marketing, not just putting all their eggs in one basket. You put all your eggs in one basket. This is why you typically don't see success. So if you're only doing meta advertising, you're missing a massive opportunity in leveraging or getting in front of that high intent traffic that is looking for exactly the service you have to offer.
What is your views on AI SEO?
AI SEO, yeah. So right now we're in a position we're watching it very closely, but still Google is getting the lion's share of good searches in terms of getting that activity on a website. Right now, in my opinion, a lot of the AEO right now, like if you Google or look for, Chat GPT and looking for a solution, typically you're looking for a solution on Chat GPT, like how do I clean my pool, right? So you're getting your answer and then you're getting back to your everyday life, scrolling social media, whatever you're doing. But typically, if you're actually actively looking for a pool cleaner, you're going to go to Google and go to their website,
Absolutely.
right? Not too many people are taking the action to click on links on ChatGPT yet. But I'm sure this is going to change over the course of the next 12 months. But as we talk about it today, Google is still 70 to 80% of the searches out there where people are searching for things and landing on websites.
Got it, got it, got it. And also, the AI answers the questions as you rightly mentioned. It doesn't suggest websites all the time. Very less people go to actually see the sources and then check the websites.
I think people are still in the behavior of using Google if they have intentions of going to find a service. They're not really in the behavior of using ChatGPT as a search to go find services yet, right? They're using ChatGPT as a solution to answers, much like you go on like Reddit, or Quora, right? So, I don't think people are in the habit of using or having the intention. I'm going to go to ChatGPT because I'm going to find a pool cleaner near me, or I'm going to go find a dentist near me. So I'm going to go to ChatGPT and ask it that question. I don't think it's there yet.
Correct, 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 correct. What makes merged media different, and how does your fractional CMO work actually in practice? I checked
Yeah, so
you're a fractional CMO.
yeah, definitely. I think that's a huge opportunity for a lot of businesses out there is having that fractional CMO because, after doing this for a decade, I mean, you reaching out to a service business like ours for one-off Facebook ad campaign or a one-off SEO program. It's good, it can work, but a lot of business owners want more than that. More than that in terms of having somebody embedded in their business, somebody that understands fundamentally the pain points of their customers. And this is where the fractional CMO comes in because the clients that I'm talking to on this level, I'm having those weekly meetings with them and understanding the intricacies of their business and can offer solutions to those businesses instead of just being like, I don't really talk about that because we're doing local SEO for you. It's like, no, I want to understand your business on that level. And entrepreneurship is a lonely space. So a lot of these solopreneurs, they need that sort of guidance and direction from, say, a fractional CMO to help them along the way.
But I don't think small businesses would be able to afford the fractional CMO service, or do they actually?
It's a good question. I mean, they can't afford a CMO service, but fractional CMO, it's more affordable, right? Because it's fractional, right? I can't be a full-time CMO for multiple businesses, but I can become a fractional CMO for multiple businesses. Again, a lot of these small businesses, they don't need to have somebody full-time as their CMO. But I mean, if you're having a weekly call and a number of deliverables to execute on, this is much more manageable for us as an agency and much more affordable for small businesses as clients.
What does the typical pricing for this kind of service look like, the fractional CMO service?
Yeah, fractional CMO really depends on the level of engagement that they want. So typically, like if you're going to hire somebody full time internally, here in Canada, you could be looking at paying 50 to $60,000 a year, and that's not for a CMO. That's like just for like a marketing coordinator. So when
CMO
you
would
look
be
at it,
more expensive.
what's that?
CMO would be more expensive, I believe.
Yeah, CMO will be expensive. So our cost for CMO ranges. It could start anywhere from 3K and go up to about 5K a month. Which, when we're talking about that type of service, again, it depends on how much engagement you need. And that's getting like a hands-on from somebody like myself or my business partner. But we have, if somebody comes to us like a small business and does not have the budget to afford my time or my business partner's time, then we have another solution where we have awesome account managers here in Canada that can also help those clients that can't afford that 3 to 5K a month and is looking for more in the $1,000 range a month because that's something that's doable as well for us.
So many businesses today struggle to manage high volume of leads, still keeping marketing personal and human. How do you help your clients to manage that balance?
Yeah, so this is something that I'm really bullish about, and that is, using AI not as somebody that just churn out content for you, but use it as an actual like thinking partner. You know what I mean? I like kind of like a leadership partner in a sense, because what you need to do is bake in all those things that the AI needs to know to give you the output, of a human, right? And there's certain ways we do that. Our company does not use a company chat GPT. We use Claude, however you want to pronounce it. We use Claude because the knowledge base is massive. We can upload endless documents and MD files to it. So the AI can possess the knowledge of each of our clients, right? So every single conversation I have with a client, we get a transcript. That transcript goes directly into the Otter conversation, not Otter, but goes directly into the Claude conversation. So if the account manager has any questions about the account or about our conversation, it can just ask. Plus, the brand voice. Okay. This is important. For me, like I have my own personal Claude project for when I rewrite emails, write blogs, write social media content, LinkedIn posts. And you know what? My AI does not have overly used ChatGPT words like unlock, delve, and elevate, or M dashes, and all these things that are overused AI words, which people sense them a mile away that it's AI content. People don't want to read AI content. People
Correct.
want to know somebody genuinely wrote this content. And unfortunately, most marketers out there are not personalizing their AI. So it looks like AI crap, right? So I think that's a huge thing that a lot of people need to know is the importance of humanizing your AI.
Agreed, agreed, agreed. So I won't say we have been very successful doing it. Probably we'll learn from you and take things forward in future. You grew Kokomo's resorts booking by 25%. You had mentioned earlier. What made that campaign so successful?
Yeah, definitely. So I think one of the big things with that is, it goes back to fractional CMO because, they were working with another agency before on their social media. Another agency was doing their SEO and like those agencies aren't talking to one another, right? So when I came in there and it's like, let's see all these pieces you have right now. And he tells me, oh, this company's doing this company's doing this company's doing this, but they're all disconnected. So when I came in as a fractional CMO and took it over, I got rid of those other companies and we brought it in-house where all of our pieces are all talking together, working with one another. Me, the account manager, our Google Ads manager, our SEO department, and social are all working together under one roof. So we can talk about the campaign and where we can best allocate our resources and allocate our attention. And I think that's the big difference is when you're working with all these different agencies and silos, there's such a disconnect there. There's broken telephone. The Google company is asking you to spend more on Google ads. And then you get the Meta campaign or Meta company asking you to spend more on these Meta campaigns. It's like, well, where should we really spend the money and where were we seeing the most uptick?
That's
Plus,
not there.
100%. Plus, Kokomo was sitting there talking to three different accounts every month. It's just too time consuming. So this is where the fractional CMO really comes in and helps put it all together, keep it tight, and then limit the amount of time that the business owner is spending talking to all these different companies.
Yes, correct, 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 correct. Well, that's important because business owners don't understand for spending, for saving few bucks, they end up investing more of their time and then money value of time is not calculated of the result.
100%, 100%. I think that's the thing is that for a lot of these business owners, time's more valuable than money. Time is they have families they want to spend more time with, friends they want to see. They don't want to be managing all these campaigns and wearing all these hats. So if there's an affordable solution out there, like ours, then it's very attractive to certain businesses.
Social media and digital marketing trends are changing fast. From your perspective, what trends are worth paying attention to right now and what's overrated?
Yeah, I think what's overrated are the amount of brand new flashy AI tools that are inundated in your feed on a regular basis. I've tested numerous, dozens upon dozens of different tools, spent my time on them. For a business owner, they just don't have time to spend testing out these AI tools. And if you
Everybody
look at the stats,
saying this is better than ChatGPT, that is better than ChatGPT.
oh, 100%. And look, the shiny object syndrome. People see the new shiny thing all the time and they want to try it. In actuality, from 2024 to 2025, there were more small businesses using AI tools in 2024 than there are in 2025. Think about that. People are using AI tools less in 2025 than in 2024, small business owners. And a lot of that stems from people know it's the time sink paradox. They don't have time to invest in trying to learn these tools. They're just going to stay doing what they're doing in their operation and they're going to let the dust settle with all this AI stuff and wait. They're waiting. They're waiting to see what happens. Is ChatGPT going to adopt every single AI tool? Is it going to be HubSpot, Salesforce that's going to take on all these tools and just so you have that one-stop shop for every single AI tool out there? I think that's what people are waiting for right now. Small business owners are waiting for that one tool that's going to encompass everything. And I mean, I don't blame them. How do they know where to dedicate their attention? They're not AI experts. They're not technical people. They're good at operating a small business.
What, in your opinion, is the best AI tool?
Ooh, the best AI tool, the best one, in my opinion, the one that I'm leveraging the most is Claude. Claude is the one because the amount of knowledge that I'm putting into my Claude to understand me, understand my clients, understand the way we talk. I don't need to ever go into a meeting again with a piece of paper and a pen. I don't need this. This is garbage. I'm saving the earth right now. I'm saving trees because I don't need to write anymore, right? I could just put it right into my Claude project and it's great. And then I can focus this on more things that matter. And I can go to events, go to trade shows, spend more time shaking shaking hands and going out for dinners than sitting here trying to write an email, you know?
Got it, got it, got it. So for a small business owner, definitely exploring AI is not a very good option. But for someone running a small and medium businesses, what are the top two or three things they should really focus on in their digital marketing, in their branding, in improving their
Yeah.
skills?
Yeah, I think one of the big things to focus on is the importance of personal branding. Okay. As things continue to scale and evolve with AI, there's going to be more of an importance to establish that personal brand, establish relationships. Because at the end of the day, people are going to want to work with people they know, like, and trust. Okay. And think about all the AI out there right now. People can get answers to anything they want in a second. Okay. People are going to decide to have discussions and get advice from humans, right? So, almost like for example, consultants. A lot of people are saying consultants are going to be out of business soon, right? Because people are just using AI instead of using consultants to get the answers that they need. But small business owners would trust a consultant to tell them which AI tools to dedicate their time on.
Correct.
Right? That's something where you're going to talk to another human being about, right? And you're only going to develop those relationships with people you trust. So going back, if I'm a small business owner today starting any business, name a business. If I'm going to start a landscape company, I need to be the face of that business. I need to be going to events, running meta ads, educating my users, getting in front of the camera, going on podcasts, doing all these type of things to help establish my personal brand. I think that's the number one thing small business owners need to focus their time and attention on in the years ahead.
So creating content is one of the major things, and then being a face of the brand.
Creating content is going to help establish that trust with your audience. And it's going to help you. And that's the beautiful thing about things like meta advertising is I can control how many times you see my face
Correct, correct.
without having to leave my house. So I can do that by twisting the knobs and increasing the ad frequency. So I'm going to get my audience to land on a landing page, and I'm going to make sure every time they open up their Instagram, I'm the first thing they see. Because they might not be ready for my service today. They might not be ready for it tomorrow. But in 3 months from now, when they want to run a meta campaign or a local SEO campaign, I'm going to be top of mind. I got to call that Jay guy. I got to see what's up, right? So that's the power of personal branding.
So you mentioned about landscaping companies. A lot of agencies in Canada, Australia, I observe that now they are focusing on automations to get leads or to convert the leads for these small businesses. Like one of the popular examples which I hear often is Go High Level. What are your views on these?
Yeah, we love Go High Level. We live on Go High Level. It's a great platform. Now, using Go High Level and integrating it with a platform like N8N, N8N.io, allows us our sales team to stay top of mind with those leads coming in and keep them hot. So let me give you an example. So Dave, who's our sales guy. All right. Dave, it could be 6 o'clock in the morning. A lead may come in from our website. That lead comes in from Joe at abclandscaping.com. So what happens here is Joe from ABC Landscaping is going to get an automated voicemail. The voicemail, it's going to be Dave's voice saying, "Hey, Joe, thanks for reaching out. We're going to look at your website and we'll get back to you shortly." It goes right to his voicemail. It doesn't ring. And so he gets that. Joe, when he wakes up, he's going to get that voicemail. 5 minutes later, he's going to get an SMS text message saying, "Hey, Joe, this is Dave. I just want to let you know I'm going to look at your website and I'm going to give you an SEO audit. Expect it in your inbox in about 20 minutes. N8N is going to go look at abclandscaping.com. It's going to do an SEO audit, analyze their competitors, look at how they're ranking, the keywords they're ranking for, look at their social media as well, last time they posted, and then it's going to give him a full-on report in about 20 minutes. That's all done through N8N with Go High Level. So by the time Dave wakes up and goes to his office, has his morning coffee, he's going to have a full report in Joe's inbox that he can call up Joe and say, "Hey, Joe, open up your email. Let's go through this report." And that's all done through the AI automation. Previously, Dave would spend an entire morning putting together that report. Now
That,
it's done in 20 minutes with AI.
that's interesting. That's interesting. So how should businesses balance being data driven with ROI KPI versus maintaining creative and brand storytelling? What do you think?
So maintain brand storytelling while doing what? Say the first part of that question.
Should they focus on ROI, KPIs, or focus on brand
Yeah,
storytelling and
that's that's a good question. Because you should be doing both, right? Obviously. What happens usually
it
is you
doesn't
get
happen that they do both?
no, I mean, it's funny because you get people leads. I talk to leads a lot, and you get leads, you meet at shows, this and that, and they want instant ROI. They always want instant
Correct.
ROI. But
Correct.
why do they want instant ROI? Because they're having buyer's remorse. You know what I mean? They sign that dotted line. It's like, oh, I need to see some proof. I need to see some leads right now. Give me a guarantee. And if they don't get that guarantee or they don't see those leads, they're thinking they made a bad decision, right? So this is why it's important to have the brand storytelling, right? Because if I get a lead in the door that saw this podcast, has listened to my podcast, and has read my blog and see my face in their social media all the time, when they come and be a client of mine, they're going to be a client of mine for a very long time because they made the decision to work with me, right? So this is where it's important for to have the storytelling aspect, right?
Trust you
And
before they are working with you. It's
you
sold
need to
before
have
it's sold.
patience, right? You need to have patience. But most people, when they come in, all they want is especially if they don't know me, if they've never seen this podcast, they never listened to my podcast, never read my blog, they don't trust me. They want ROI tomorrow. Show me the ROI and I'll give you more money. So this is why it's important to show that personal brand and the storytelling aspect. So to answer your question, both are very important. It really depends on what type of lead you're trying to get, right? If you're going to get leads coming in at scale, very cheap, you're probably going to create an ad being like, I guarantee results in 30 days or your money back. Well, what kind of leads are you going to get? You're going to get the shittiest leads, right? They're going to be people that need results right now. They don't care about you. All they care about is a result.
Correct,
That's
correct.
not really the way we do it. We don't do guarantees. We want to build long-term partnerships with clients. We don't want to be working with you for 2 months. We want to be working with you for 2 years. So that's why it's important for us, at least, to really lean into that trust and personal brand side of it.
Correct, correct, correct. Where do you think social media marketing as a whole is heading in the next 3 to 5 years?
That's noisy. It's very, 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 very noisy, right? So the big problem is that, how does somebody stand out, right? Because, I can today in the next hour, if I want to create 1 year of social media posts, I can do it in an hour with AI now. It's so easy, right? And it's easy for a lot of people out there. So how do you make your advertisement stand out from the rest? You know, it really does boil down to now a bit of a people always said quantity in the past over quality. I think quality is going to be more important than quantity over the next, like you said, over the next maybe half decade, even over the next year. It's going to be very important that you put out quality content and then leverage the paid ad side to get it in front of the people that matter most.
Got it. But don't you think social media is looking for more and more reels to be uploaded for virality?
Yeah, I think the virality though, as things scale out, I think the virality is really going to depend on there's going to be a paid element to it because not everybody can create something that goes viral. And again, something that goes viral does not necessarily put money in your pocket, you
Correct,
know?
correct, correct, correct.
So I think it's important to think about the type of content that you're creating, but being intentional about it in terms of who you want to enter your ecosystem. The algorithms are getting so good now, right? Like you don't need the interest-based target like we used to.
Yeah,
We can target with meta ads just with the copy that we're writing because what Meta is trying to do is put that ad in front of a certain persona, right? So in my ad, let's say I'm trying to target ABC landscaping. I'm going to say, are you a landscape company that is tired of poor leads and you want to build quality leads for your database so your sales guys can have good conversations? Book a discovery call with me. If that's the ad copy, Meta knows to put that ad copy in front of a landscape person. Put that ad copy in front of a landscape company owner. Okay. Now, you might see this yourself. The type of ads that you're now seeing in your news feed are very similar. They're all competitors. A lot of them are. I'm seeing it more than ever, right? So, and this is something that's going to continue over the course of time is just Meta trying to get these ads in front of you because it thinks you're going to convert on it.
correct, 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 correct. So tell me, outside of this, how has Todd Foster, your business partner, inspired you in your business leadership?
Yeah, 100%. He's a fantastic business partner. I'm so glad I partnered with Todd. He offsets all of my weaknesses. So, I'm the type of guy I like to have podcast conversations like this with you, Cheyenne. I like to, go to events. I speak on stages. I'm the brand ambassador for Merged Media. Todd, on the other hand, he doesn't want to be seen in public. He wants to sit at his computer and come up with manage the operation, come up with new trends or new tactics for SEO and paid ads. So I just go out there and talk about it. He goes out there and does it. So I think that's a really good partnership to have. And Todd does a lot of that heavy lifting for the business.
Got it, got it, got it. So outside of running media, merge media, you're also a rugby coach and a player. You love traveling to Europe for shows and events. How do these passions fuel your creativity or leadership style?
Oh, they're so important. They're so important. It's so important to be able to, well, A, have a disconnect, have something. And if you're an agency owner, you can empathize or you can understand this, right? Like you need to have something outside of the agency to keep you ticking, to keep you going, to keep you fresh, right? So for me, I mean, I like to go play rugby. I could have the worst day. I could have the worst day ever. And if I'm on that rugby field, I forgot about everything. I can just get away from it and for that 2 hours on the rugby field and just think about just rugby. And it's great to have that. And even, I have 3 kids, so spending time with my kids is important as well. Coaching my kids in rugby is just as important. It's that disconnect. And I made a conscious effort early on when I started my business to not keep my phone within reach when I'm at home. Like my phone is at a place where I don't look at it. If I'm home, I'm home. I'm here. Nothing's going to disturb me. And I'm putting that phone in another room. When I want to get in the work mode, I'll pick up the phone and I'm blocking out everything else. So you really have to, and it was not easy. It took time to get to that point where you actually need to be present in what you're doing. But there's no such thing, in my opinion, there's no such thing as multitasking. You're never really multitasking. You're only focused on one thing.
One thing, correct. So, is there a final message that you want to give our viewers as we come to the end of the podcast?
Yeah, I think one of the big things is, keep it real. I think that's one of the big things is really keep it real. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of, spam out there, a lot of LinkedIn automation. I used to do it. I used to do LinkedIn automation. I killed my LinkedIn automation because I was just inundated with the sales messages and realized I was that same guy doing those sales messages. And I hate it. I don't like it. It's noise. So I think one of the big things for, business owners out there and marketers is try to stand out from the noise and really be present and be a part of the conversation.